Hello, so this is just going to be a quick video to let everybody know that thankfully a lot of gas masks or surplus gas masks slash respirators on eBay are starting to turn up again at reasonable listing prices. So if you desperately for corona or whatever other reason wanted to get a mask, there's lots of options now again. So I've been finding Czech CM-3s and Polish MC1s, although they're kind of pretty retro basic surplus masks. They are turning up for about £5 to £10 each now. Sometimes they're a bit more if you want them with a bag and a filter and all the other accessories, but again, that's a very reasonable price. The best masks I've seen at the moment in terms of like very good quality surplus are Finnish M61s. There are a lot of Finnish M61s with bags and filters in the sort of £20 to £30 mark in the UK. I'd definitely recommend the M61 for that price, because obviously you can get a 60 to 40mm converter that works fine for those as well, for like a £5, so then for an extra £5 you can put 40mm filters on it. There's, if you want sort of pure 40mm NATO masks, there are French M51s, or the Belgian version of the M51. I wouldn't really recommend that too much because lots of the rubber doesn't age very well on those, but again it is an option. They're sort of still around £15 now. There are Draeger M65s under £30, which is a good option, the West German M65. The only issue with that is, for a lot of people, including myself, I find those don't make very good face seals, but again, if you wanted a NATO mask that's 40mm, they're around that price. There's still some sort of things like Climax and other brands of sort of hardware respirators in 40mm turning up at a good price. It seems still, though, that for whatever reason, actual hardware masks are still selling out quite quickly, things, you know, like the JSP Force 8s and the 3Ms and all those, but of course there's a whole lot of Soviet surplus again as well now, turning up for like the £10 to £20 mark. But yeah, so some good news at least, it seems, on eBay, at least eBay UK. There's lots of surplus gas masks again turning up at reasonable prices, so if you've been holding off because lots of them have gone up to £100, £200, it seems at the moment people are listing them at more reasonable prices. I don't know if that's just simply because some sellers figured, hey, if I list it for more like the reasonable price I might just sell lots and lots of units at the moment. Or if it's because I think eBay did a thing where they were stopping people trying to price gouge on certain items, saying they'd just take down your listing if you were trying to put, you know, masks up for like, and hand sanitizer and stuff like that for way more than the RRP. So it could be that. Polish MP4 cheek filter masks and Czech M10 series cheek filter masks are also turning up again with all the accessories and everything fairly cheaply. So as much as I'm not a fan of cheek filter masks, if you did desperately need a respirator, hey, they're turning up, you know, again, at sensible prices. So yeah, it seems overall, you know, just to do an announcement video on this, if you're looking for surplus, again, some surplus is better quality than other surplus, always bear that in mind. Depends as well where you want to order it from. If you're ordering from Eastern Europe or Central Europe, you can get Czech CM4s for around the £15 mark, plus postage, €15, £15. So again, that's a good price. Things like S10s, of course, are still £60 to £100 at the moment because they're in high demand and they're good quality masks. But again, you know, it's worth mentioning at the moment that if you do want, you don't have to look all that, you know, hard at the moment to find masks that are perfectly feasible with a filter or filters around the £15 to £30 mark. Again, out of all the ones I've seen at the moment that you can easily get for reasonable prices, I would say either Czech CM3s or Czech CM4s in terms of being very good quality masks, even if you do end up having to find, you know, a safe GOST filter for them or whatever else. Or the Finnish M61s, because the particulate protection of the old M61 filters should still be pretty good. And the Finnish M61 is a really nice mask. It's my favourite of the M9 clones. The only masks I'd say be careful of at the moment if you're spending, you know, money is the Yugoslav ones, as in like, you know, the M1 or MC1. Because, again, they're the ones that have a habit of melting and don't have the best quality control, but, again, if you really desperately needed a mask and you spotted one for £10, why not go for it? But, you know, the good news is, just to do a sort of announcement video for all the people who are desperately looking for masks, it does seem, at least now, they are turning back up for reasonable prices. So, this was filmed on the Sunday, the video's going up on the Monday, but I'm sure, as of now, if you look up, you will find a lot of masks. If you type surplus gas masks, surplus respirators, something like that in, you should end up finding quite a lot of masks around the £20 to £30 price mark that are perfectly usable, you know, usable out of the box. Again, you're always going to have to spend more if you want something brand new that's got lots of guarantees with it, you know, and all that sort of stuff, but it seems, at least for people who just want lower cost masks, they are, you know, not being price gouged as much now, so some good news at least.